Piers Morgan has blasted Meghan Markle once again, this time for calling herself a real-life princess in her Archetypes podcast. Morgan's comment is likely in reference to one particular clip in the podcast whereby the 41-year-old former Suits actress said she was conscious about meeting young girls who would say, "Oh my god, it's a real-life princess," when they met her. On the latest episode of Piers Morgan Uncensored, the 58-year-old British broadcaster sat down with royal expert and Courtiers, the hidden power behind the Crown author Valentine Low, as well as UK journalists Isabel Oakeshott and Kevin Maguire to discuss Low's new book. And naturally he couldn't help but trash the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, essentially accusing them of exploiting their royal titles for monetary gain. When talking about how the Duke and Duchess of Sussex seem to still act like royals, despite stepping down as senior royals in January 2020, Morgan said, in reference to Meghan, she calls herself a princess on her podcast, "Little girls who grow up to make a real princess. You're not a princess, she's not a princess anyway." Ow, is Meghan Markle actually a princess? Despite not being given a brand new official princess title, like Kate Middleton, who was given the title Princess of Wales when King Charles took the throne, Meghan is actually still a princess, no matter what Piers Morgan says. Of course Meghan is a princess, royal historian Marlene Koenig previously told Insider. She would be styled as Princess Henry if Harry did not have a dukedom, she added, in reference to the Duke of Sussex title Prince Harry was given by the late Queen Elizabeth II when he and Meghan got married. In addition to the Duchess of Sussex title, which Meghan appears to use the most, she was also given the titles Countess of Dumbarton and Baroness Kilkeel when she married Prince Harry back in 2018. She is also listed as Princess of the United Kingdom in the career section of son Archie and daughter Lilibet's birth certificates. She calls herself a princess on her podcast. "You're not a princess, you're not a princess in any way." Piers Morgan says Harry and Meghan are capitalizing on their titles purely for fame and money. Piers Morgan's criticism continued. Morgan went on to say that the Sussexes are unashamedly capitalizing on their Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles, which he feels serve no purpose other than to make them both incredibly rich. They do it quite deliberately to fuel the interest from commercial entities, and really the interest is based on them trashing their family, he continued, referencing the many times they have appeared to trash the family. "I mean, without that, I am not sure what we're interested in. We don't want to hear their woke homilies about life, do we? I am not sure how this all plays out, but it's a mess, and Charles may have to deal with it first thing." The 100+ best beauty launches of 2022. Check it out. "I've spent more time in Sussex than Meghan and Harry have in the last 2 weeks, Morgan said in an earlier part of the interview. "So, actually a month, but they're never there," he continued. "They have got these titles which are given to them, that's really what I mean. They trade off Duke and Duchess of Sussex, the royals, to make themselves incredibly rich. And I just do wonder if there is a point where Charles goes, actually you can't do that anymore. It'd be unprecedented, but why wouldn't he?